Good morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry, and today we're going to make a gluten-free, sugar-free peach cobbler. My daughter and her family was in South Carolina this past weekend, and they brought me some peaches, just a few, but I thought, well, you know what? I'm just going to make a gluten-free, sugar-free peach cobbler. So I'm just peeling my peaches. I just take a little paring knife, what we call a paring knife. Mama always called it that. It's just this real small knife. And so I'm just taking the peelings off. They aren't quite as ripe as I would like them, but we're gonna make them work anyway. So I'm just gonna cut them. I don't know if they're clean, if they're called clean free, or if they're clean free means they will come off the seed really, really good. And these are coming off pretty good. So I'm not sure what kind of peaches they are. She didn't say. And I have not even tasted of one. Maybe I'll do that now. They're very good. Okay, but I'm going to put a little sugar, sweetener on them, not sugar. A little sweetener on them anyway. So, okay, I'll just take my little paring knife here and just cut it off. These are not clean free. Clean free peaches is when they will just separate from the peach when you try to take it off. So, these are not. But they are really good peaches. They're the first ones we've had this season. So I thought, you know what? I thought about peach ice cream, and then they weren't quite ripe enough for peach ice cream. I said, well, I'll just do a peach cobbler. So that's what we're doing this morning. Roy's in the garden, so he's not in the kitchen with me this morning. Okay. I'll just keep. We've had some extremely cool weather lately. Now, yesterday it was in the 80s, but prior to that, over Memorial Weekend, I mean, we had some really cool weather. But it's beginning to get hot again now, so. He works in the garden a lot, and sometimes I'll go out and help him, but I got together squash a little bit later this morning. Y'all saw me gathering them the other day. In our little squash patch. Okay, now I'm just doing a small one. It's not, let me wash my hands. It's not going to be a big cobbler. It's just going to be a small cobbler. Okay, I'm going to put, this is like 2 tablespoons of stevia in them. I think I'm going to put a little bit more. And no, this will be enough. All right, this is 2 tablespoons of stevia. And I'm going to put, that's a tablespoon of lemon juice. That's just to make them have a bright color. Okay, so that was 2 tablespoons of stevia that I put over my peaches. I've got my oven set on 350. All right. Now, this is my little blend, my little spice blend that I use. It's cinnamon, allspice, and cloves. And I make it so I don't have to get all my spices out when I get ready to use it. So I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit, maybe a half of a teaspoon over my peaches. Now this may be a little tart because, like I say, these peaches weren't really ripe, but that's okay. We like tart. All right, now, and my gluten-free crust. This is the one y'all see me use a lot. This is 4 ounces of cream cheese. And in this, I'm putting a half cup of stevia. in it. And I'll mix that up real good. So that's a half a cup of stevia. Now, if I was making waffles or pancakes, I would only use like a teaspoon or two of stevia. Or if I was making like bread, I would not put any stevia in it. But since this is going on a peach cobbler, then I put a half a cup of stevia. This is kind of like your regular fruit cobbler with the cup, except this is a small one, so I'm just cutting it in half. And instead of flour, I'm using cream cheese. All right. Now, to this one, I'm going to add, this is a half a stick of butter. Okay, just so it'll have a buttery taste. Okay. Oh, I forgot to get out one. It's got to have baking powder in it. So this is 3/4 cup of almond flour, a quarter cup of coconut flour, and I'm putting 2 teaspoons of baking powder in this. Okay. And I forgot my eggs. And this is a half a cup of milk. Put a half a cup of milk in it. And then I'll put my eggs. Okay. This may be too much. These are yard eggs, so I'm going to crack them in this little bowl first. When my grandkids or great-grandkids help me, I always tell them we have to crack them in the little bowl first, especially the yard eggs. Okay? Now then, I'm kind of making this up as I go, but I know it's going to be delicious. There's a little brown. I got it. Sometimes your yard eggs will have a little brown speck in them. You don't have to take it out, but I usually do. Okay. Okay, all right. Mix this up really well. I should have mixed my eggs in before I put my almond flour and coconut flour, but since I added the milk, it's going to work. It's working real well. Now I'm going to sprinkle just a little. Ooh, that was more than a little bit, but that's okay. We like spices. It's a good thing. Okay. Really about 1/4 of a teaspoon is all you needed in here, but that was a good half a teaspoon. So, all right, my oven is set on 350. And I got this stirred up real well. And I may not use all this, and if not, I'll use it in another cobbler sometime. But this looks so good, y'all. And it's going to cook about 30 or 35 minutes on 350. And like I say, it's just a small one. I only had like 5 peaches, and some of them were small peaches. Okay. All right. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. Let me clean my dish off here. Roy just came in out of the garden. Say hey, honey. Hey. I like to clean my dish off because I don't like the crust baked around the sides. Okay, this is my peach cobbler. It's going in the oven at 350 for about 30 or 35 minutes until my crust gets brown and done on the inside. So we'll see you back in a few minutes. Okay, I cooked our peach cobbler 40 minutes. And this is what it looks like. I'm going to show you up close. Beautiful, really pretty. It's going to be real hot, y'all. I'm going to try to taste of it for you anyway. Oh, okay. Wow. Mmm. Look at this. Oh, look at that. Can you see it? Mmm. Looks so good. Hope I don't burn my mouth, y'all. I'm crazy for doing this. I ought to wait till it cools. Mmm. Mmm. Y'all. This is so good. So good. My first fresh peach cobbler of the season. Mmm. Delicious. For those of you out there that have never tried the gluten-free crust, this one is so good. You need to try it on your blackberry, cherry, apple, peach, blueberry, whatever cobbler you're making. You really need to try this crust. Gluten-free, sugar-free, delicious peach cobbler. Thank y'all for joining me this morning. Share this video. Subscribe to my channel. Hit that little notification bell. Put deliciousness back in healthy food. Remember, food feeds the family. Family feeds the heart. God feeds the soul. I love y'all, and I'll see you next time.